Morning. I have hiccups, so if you guys are hiccuping, I apologize. Groceries just got here. Cameron's throwing a little bit of a hissy fit because I'm telling him to clean, not make more of a mess. But let me go ahead and show you what I got. I haven't unpacked it yet. It's still literally here. Let me show you. It's still in all the bags, plus up here. So let me go ahead and get it at least unpacked, which means I'll put the stuff away up on the counter. Or maybe I'll just take over this, which is still kind of a mess, but it seems less of a challenge. So let me clean this up, get groceries up here for you, and then I'll show you what we got for the week. We got quite a few things to add to what's left in the fridge for food for options this week. We'll go through meal planning and we'll cook with you, and you'll see how we use all of this week. But let me kind of walk you through what we got, why we got it, kind of what my plan is for it, and we'll go from there. So we're going to start over here with the turkey breast roast. We usually cook a turkey, and it seems to be like once a month now or thereabouts, but we hate dealing with all like the bones and the carcass, like all of the stuff. So we're going to go ahead and do this so that way Sergio and the kids can still have their turkey filling. Basically it's Sergio and Ellie, and it's not as cumbersome of a process. They love fruit, so we've got blueberries and grapes. We've also got a melon over here, and then some snack packs to be able to put in the bag for when we take hikes and whatnot. These are great for mid-hike. We just stop really quick, they eat it, we toss the packaging back in the pack, and we throw it away when we're done. This is a staple in our house right now. Gnocchi is like, whether you boil it or you pan fry it, or like there's so many different ways you can actually prepare it. So we got 2 of those. We're probably gonna have one for dinner tonight, and then we'll have one for on the shelf. And then we've been going through a lot of rice. So we got a 20-pound bag this time. I keep rice in a container in the cabinet. Let me show you real quick. And our rice supply is dwindling, so I need to get some more brown rice too. And then of course we've got like beans and whatnot up there. But yeah, I need to get some more rice. So I will be refilling this. As soon as it's empty, I'll wash it and then refill it. But I'll be refilling this probably in the next like day or two. And then coming back to the table, of course, we've got bread. The kids live on sandwiches, some trash bags. These are actually for my bedroom. They're the 8-gallon. So I'm gonna just set those down there because it's gotta go in my room. And then I've got these because I'm doing some sample pack things that I'm putting together as far as product for my business. And I just wanted some little bags to keep like all the little packets and stuff just kind of together in with everything. So I got some of these, but they'll also come in handy for the kids. So I went ahead and grabbed just 100 pack. Brown sugar because we do a lot of baking. Lots and lots of rice under there. Some carrots. Ellie's been wanting to cook carrots, so I did go ahead and grab some of those. Brown sugar, hickory, baked beans, and these are actually vegan. There is nothing in here that's like animal based or anything like that. So that's fantastic. We are obsessed with this chickpea pizza crust from Banza. I don't know how to say it, sorry. But we are obsessed with this, and there's 2 crusts in each one. So me and Sergio will each have a crust, and the kids usually split a pizza. So we've got 1 left in the freezer from the last pack. So this will be another dinner for us, probably Friday night. And then I want to do something with these crescent rolls, like where you lay them out in like the circle and you put the stuff in them and you roll them over, and it's like this stuffed, delicious. Pinterest got me. I already mentioned the melon. And another thing we go through a lot of is beans. Being vegan, I eat lots and lots and lots of beans. Obviously, not everything on here is for me. However, rice, beans, and we figure every week we'll grab another big bag of beans or rice or something to kind of build our supply back up. Knowing we're not going to Guam. Here, let me turn you around so we can chat. Since we know we're not moving to Guam now, we can rebuild my stock of food. My mom always says, you have health insurance, you have life insurance, you have car insurance, you have renters or house insurance. But what about your food insurance? If something happens, do you have a pantry? Do you have a food supply that lasts you 1 month, 6 months, a year, whatever your personal preference and your storage capabilities allow? Do you have that? And I believe that's very important. 1, because you don't have to run out in the middle of the night when you need something, or clock your neighbors. People seem to not be as friendly nowadays to borrow a cup of sugar, right? And then also if something happens, a natural disaster, a hurricane, a power outage, something happens. Obviously the state of economy is scary enough as it is, and I'm not trying to cause any kind of like fear or anything. I look at it as I've been born and raised in New England. I lived all over. However, but being born and raised in New England, I was prepared for hurricanes. When we had Hurricane Sandy, it's been a few years now, but we had Hurricane Sandy, and where I was living, we were out of power for 10 days. So we were making apple pies on the grill and cooking all of our food on the grill, and it was amazing. It was a great experience, but it was also a learning experience. I was very young. I was still living at home with my mom and my brothers, and you know what I mean? Like, this was something that we had to figure out. So I wanted to just share that a little bit. That's why I have like a giant 8-pound bag of pinto beans and 20-pound thing of rice. We go through it, but I'm also working on building up a little bit of stock, whether it's filling a large canning jar with beans and sticking it up in the cabinet. And in that canning jar, as long as I close the canning jar tight, they'll stay in there for a very, very long time. Things like beans, rice, dried goods like that. Some people will argue and say they don't have a shelf life as long as they're properly stored, because we have found all sorts of dried goods from years past, thousands of years ago, and we've found it and it's still consumable, is what they say. Nobody would want to eat it, but it still would be. So this is just some little tidbit before I get back to these, because I've got to get the cold stuff away. So, all right, let me turn you back around. So in addition to having our, bulk buys, there's a lot of little things that we're getting that we don't normally get all the time, like heavy whipping cream. I got heavy whipping cream this week, so that way I can make Sergio some bread pudding. We have our oat milk that we normally get. I needed to get some more yeast to make bread for everybody, rolls, things that we make, in addition to just the sliced bread that we get for ease of kids' sandwiches. Cooking spray, chili sauce, I mix that with grape jelly, and we're going to put that in with some meatballs. Applesauce is great for the kids, but it's also a great substitute for eggs in baking, and being vegan, I kind of need that. Panko breadcrumbs. Forgot exactly what I was getting that for, but I will figure that out when I do the meal plan off of Pinterest. Because on Pinterest, I save everything to a this week board, and then I write it down, and then I save it to things that I've liked or tried and I like, or things that I've tried and I don't like. I've got boards upon boards. And of course, yogurt for the kids and crunchy honey oats. These are like the Honey Bunches cheapy brand. Ranch for the kids, veggies. And I think that's everything we got this time. So it's basic staples, got a little bit of everything, stuff to stock up on, stuff for adventures. We already have lots of snacks still in here, so I didn't need to get too much, but I wanted to get a little something, and this gives a little bit of hydration while we're on the walks and hikes too, because if you're just eating things that are dried and dehydrated, then you're actually pulling water out of your body, but that's a talk for another day. My kitchen is an absolute mess as far as in the fridge as well. It needs a little bit of organization, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put everything away as far as what I can do now. I'll organize. I'm going to wipe everything out later. I hate doing that with a full fridge, but I mean later as in before I do the next big shop. This is a little shop, and then I'll probably do another big shop after this coming weekend. Maybe like a week and a half away from now. It is, I don't have my thing on. It is, I think, Thursday right now. Yes, it is Thursday, because I'm going to go get some touch-up stuff done on tattoos, get a couple others done today. So it's Thursday. All right, let's get this stuff put away. So dishes are done. Food is cooked for lunch and consumed. I am so full. The kids are coloring. I have been working on some vlog edits. And now it's time to check on the banana bread that I'm going to be bringing to my girl who's doing my tattoos, just because she's been recovering from surgery. She hasn't really been able to do much. She hasn't even returned back to work yet, or hadn't returned back to work yet. She's just now returning back to work. So this is her kind of like, welcome back. Here's a yummy, yummy gift. And now you go ahead and stab me with your tattoo needles. I love tattoos. If you have missed it, I've been getting a lot of just little things done lately. Just some little stuff. I don't have any rights to Star Wars, but I got a Star Wars tattoo. A lot of people have been getting this one, and I've got some stuff that's going next to it. So, but yes, I got lots of stuff, and I have to do a memorial one for the baby we just lost. So that's something I'm going to discuss with her today when she's touching up my dagger and my olive branch. So, all right, let me check the spread, or let's check the spread. The light is still not working inside the oven. Oh, that's nowhere near done yet. All right, it's got 15 minutes left on it. It's going to need a little bit more. And in case you're wondering, like, look at these sleeves. Aren't they so pretty? They're so pretty. I love sleeves like this. I also like working when I listen to music. So I am going to head back in, get a little bit more done, get myself ready to go, and hopefully that bread is done before I have to leave. Hi. And now I'm just waiting. Whoa. Whoa. Super cool. So now I'm just waiting for Sergio to get home from work, because when he gets home, we'll spend a few minutes together, and then I'll be heading out the door. So, Mary, I'm coming for you. So today for lunch, I am doing one of our favorites. I am doing meatballs in a chili sauce and grape jelly mix. So I did about half of the 30-ounce jar of grape jelly, an entire 12-ounce jar of chili sauce. I'm going to cook that in here, and then I will add the meatballs, and once everything's nice.
I want to put a meatball in.
When it's ready, I'll let you help me.
Yeah. I want to put this into here.
Yeah?
There's two, and then I can do two, and you can do the rest. But not all of them.
And then we'll probably make rice with it, so we'll have this with rice, which will be so good with the sauce, and we are all excited.
How about we put rice in here?
We can put it on our rice. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We can put rice on it.
Okay.
So topping.
Ooh, delicious.
I love my I got the most orangey one. The orange.
Rice is boiling. Turn the heat down. Meatballs are simmering and cooking. It's going to be a great lunch. And just in time for lunch.
Blue. You. I like that.
I'm recording this on my phone, being quiet. It's early morning. Fresh banana bread. Cinnamon sugar on top. The recipe is on my website. It's a must-have every week in my house, with or without the topping.